must heed my words before I'm gone, my son. Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Hakim, it appears you have a son. He must be found.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Come on! I'm back! Say it again! Feel right in this mother... Feel good in this mother... My whole hood in this mother... Come on!
I'm the king of this shop.
That's funny as hell!
Well, well. Say it again.
Yes, sir.
It is so good to see you. Well, I be damn. Look who done come up in here.
Hey, escuta Kinte and Ebola.
Famine and blood diamonds.
Nelson Mandela and Winnie.
Those hungry babies with the flies on the face.
Hey, oh, that's too much. Now, you stepped over the line. Now, we won't be talking that kind of shit about the hungry babies. You're going to have to get out of my chair.
Politically incorrect.
So what you doing back here, Hotel Rwanda?
I'm back! Say it again! Feel right, feel good, bang!
All right. I'm super excited. That is the trailer to Coming to America. A lot of people have been saying Coming to America 2, but it's actually Coming to America, presented by Amazon. And I got a chance to watch it last night. I brought in some amazing people. If you don't know, I am Sharique LeMay. This is LeMay Day Limelight, and this is Limelight Reacts to Coming to America. So I had the opportunity of watching it last night, of course, with my wonderful co-host, Jay Penn, who is currently on another obligation right now, but he will be in the comments letting us know what he thinks. So real quickly, I enjoyed the movie. I'm just going to say my little tidbit. I actually was born the year the movie came out, and it was a reoccurring staple in my particular household. So I'm sure everyone else is. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up our first guest, who's going to talk to me a little bit about his feelings and how he felt about the movie. And we're just going to get into some banter and some chit chat. But spoiler alert! If you have not seen the movie, and you are watching this right now, we're probably going to throw out a couple of spoilers. If you don't care, then, you know, by all means, join us, whatever. But I'm going to bring up actually both of my guests right now for our nice little chat. So please help me welcome Mr. Mike P. There we go. Get it together. And then we also have the wonderful Miss KS Consulting.
Hey, hi.
How are you guys?
Great.
Good.
Wish I would have threw on some tribal too. You look so cute.
I literally, you guys, we literally decided to do this show like 3 hours ago.
It's so
now we're
cool.
at home.
But
I did my little Janet Jackson. Shout out to the Hella Creative Tea by LeMay Day. Let's get into it, you guys. I already said my little snippet tidbit of how I felt about the movie, and I did already put the spoiler alert out there, so it's totally fine if you guys want to mention something. The movie comes out tomorrow, so everybody's going to see it. So hopefully you guys are watching this either later, if you're watching us live. Hi. But yes, I'll start with you, Mike. How your overall thoughts about Coming to America?
So first, I want to say, like, before any critiques that I come out with, I actually liked the movie. I like it. I didn't love it, but I liked the movie. You know, like it's a movie that I think that had like a lot of charm to it, but there was like some like glaringly obvious things that they didn't think about when they were making it. And that's all I thought about, like, as I was watching it. It was also a movie that I don't think we ever really needed, but it was fun to see all of these characters brought back, you know?
I agree. What about you, Miss KS?
I agree too. I mean, even though I love the movie, I'm a total fan of the whole empire. But I do agree. I think there was a few things that could have probably been like done like better on the back end, but that just all probably played into like where it was shot. So I definitely agree with that. Other than that, I'm totally team Coming to America. Like, no slander will be tolerated over here, from costumes to cast. I think they nailed it. Not to mention, we don't crack. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't. We might get a wrinkle, but we're not gonna crack. I was elated to see that 32. I had to look it up. I'm like, when did the movie come out? It came out in 1988, guys. Some people weren't even born. So to now see this movie, so now to see this movie 30 plus years later, and everyone's still, Eddie Murphy still was able to play every single character, and it looked, I was more so floored about that. I was like, dang, I forgot that he played every character. You know what I mean? And for even Ruth Carter, the costume designer, she's still in the land of the living. She nailed it. Like, it was great to me. I think the cast was stellar. I think they nailed it.
Yeah, it's definitely when we talk about casting, they brought almost everybody back. There was a couple of people, me and Mike were kind of chit-chatting about a couple of people. They kind of like, where did this person go? Where did that person go?
Yeah, like
what I thought would have been funny moment.
Big spoiler alert if I say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I was about to say like blank, but I'm not gonna say it because I was like, wait, where's she at? Yeah, never mind.
But Sherry Headley, mind you, I've met Sherry Headley some years ago. We were trying to get her at my PR firm back when I used to do PR, and she still looks great. Talking about Black Don't Crack, that woman looks good. It was good to see her on the screen. Say that again, Mike.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, like even Vanessa looks good. That's somewhat of a spoiler, but Vanessa looks good. Vanessa Bell Calloway. I mean, everybody's gonna watch it tomorrow. So by the time they're watching this, they will have already watched Coming to America. But yeah,
was you surprised though?
She kind of was a surprise. I think she was kind of a surprise because he mentioned his sister. Shout out to whoever had the wigs on Wesley Snipes. I didn't know what that was about.
Were those wigs? I didn't even.
They had to be wigs. They weren't like the Tyler Perry wigs.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, he looks good too.
John, right?
Yeah, he's 90.
Like, let me make sure I don't want to. That's a national treasure. Like, he looks. She's your queen to be. We were like,
yes,
that's him. Yeah.
Gabrielle was in there, and she was the leader of the Flower Girls. She looked amazing. I thought that they probably could have given her an actual line or two, maybe this time. I thought that would have been cool. Or maybe if her and Simi maybe had gotten married or something, that would have been dope. I just thought there was a way they could have used her a little bit better. But it was good to see her nonetheless. She looked great, like you said. And I think they utilized the She's Your Queen to be. What is his name? Did they ever say his name in the movie?
That's, he's coined himself as She's Your Queen to be. But I'm not gonna get it, but that was great how they spun that too.
And how they it was a remix. The whole movie I felt was a remix. It was like, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. But let's just remix it a little bit for the current generation. How did you guys feel about the actor, the new actor that came in, the one that played his son?
Oh, his price just went up for sure. I didn't know who he was. His face looked familiar, but I was like, wait, okay. But I think he did a good job considering it probably, I'm only assuming it was his first big major role. I think he did pretty good.
Name's Jermaine Fowler. The dude's he's a comedian. Number one, the dude's actually really funny. Like, I've seen a bunch of his stand-ups. That dude kills.
Yeah.
I don't think this is his first major role. I think he's been in a few big budget movies. I just can't think of anything off the top right now.
Did he co-star? This was a big role for him as far as co-star.
Yeah, I mean, even in this one, he wasn't really the lead. He was still under Eddie's shadow, kind of thing. But I think it was probably in the same vein.
Mike, and you had a feeling about that. Who should have been the lead in this particular film?
Oh yeah, in my opinion, Jermaine should have been the lead all the way. I think his character should have been the focus of the film. The son should have been the lead.
You think? I feel like he was. I mean,
to an extent.
He had a focus. Yeah, for sure, he had a focus.
Yeah, he had a conflict, and so did Eddie's character. They both had a conflict. So I don't know. How do they categorize it on the
Eddie's the protagonist?
He's okay. Okay.
Yeah, without a doubt, Eddie is definitely the star. That because it's like you start with Eddie, we don't see Jermaine until 20 minutes into the movie or something like that. So then the whole focus is about Eddie making everything come to. He fixes all the problems in the end, all the problems that he started. It's really Eddie's story still. Jermaine has a story in there though. And realistically, I think that Eddie's daughter should have had a bigger focus too. She seemed like she would have been a really, really dope character, and I just didn't think they built that.
I was
in
not
a
even
tight
gonna
way.
say.
Are you talking about the oldest daughter or his actual daughter?
His oldest, because she was like
she was
set
in
up
it.
to
She
be
didn't
like
have much
amazing.
of a speaking
And I was
role.
like,
yeah. I think she might have wanted that. I don't think she's an actual actress. You know what I mean?
I think he's talking about the girl that played his older daughter.
no, yeah, the actor.
Oh, I thought
the
you meant
actor-
Eddie's actual
character, not-
daughter.
yeah,
I'm like, ooh,
no,
that's another cast.
my bad. My bad. I keep saying Eddie because I keep forgetting. You know, like I see Eddie.
Yeah,
and I'm
because his
like,
actual
Eddie.
daughter is in the movie, and I
Oh,
know
she is?
that was a
Yeah, the second one, the middle daughter.
With the glasses. She had like one line, but the whole movie she was in the whole movie.
She was in the fighting scene.
Yeah.
So that was a good look. I feel like Arsenio, I mean, he can do. I just love him.
I'm assuming this is Jay Penn with this comment. All of the women were very subdued. I agree. But then they also spoke about it in the film as well. There just was definitely that whole idea of gender roles, and specifically in this Zamunda quote unquote African society. And I thought that was something that they didn't really bring up in the last movie. You know, they did talk about changing the social norms, which of course that was another theme throughout this. But this time we got to also talk about changing the social norms as it becomes to gender roles.
But there was one part where they came with it. I loved it. I was like, oh, this is great. So in that regard, I feel like they definitely gave women like that power. But there was like one part where she was just like, I'm just a wife kind of thing. And then on the flip side, you had the other girl who was like total badass. So I thought that was cool that they showed kind of like, because you got to remember, this is still centered around the culture. You know what I mean? Like African culture. So, and that's still like a norm for them. So for most, I mean, I would definitely have to talk to someone from the continent to get and
their
I have. I mean, Shariq, you have. I mean, you practically are
married to one.
Yeah, exactly. So, exactly. So it's just that's the I can only speak from the consensus, and so most African women I know, they're like, yeah, that's how it is. But I do like. What did he say? They know damn well they
could have gave Garcia at least.
I love her. I didn't. You know what? So okay, was she at the beginning?
She was at the very beginning, and then she was like at the end.
Yeah,
okay. This is a huge spoiler alert, but I need to know because I apparently missed this, and there was other people that watched it with me that missed this. Was LeBron in the beginning?
I didn't see LeBron.
Okay, so my boy was like, he was standing up there like a king. It was LeBron. There was a whole thing like, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. I'm like, was he in it? I didn't see it, but I'm gonna watch it again tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch it again.
I'm gonna see that. I didn't even notice him.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that again. Definitely, they had some people they threw in there out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, they looked out for the cookout for sure. And then it was shot at Rick Ross's house.
There was a cameo.
That was part of the deal. He said that was definitely part of the deal.
I thought that was hella random. I thought all the African accents were horrible. Let me just say that.
I agree. Except for ours. I think Arsenio does good.
All of the African accents were bad. I'm just going to say that. And I think it's funny too, because, lately, the last film festival that I just did, I was talking to some African British actors, and I asked them, how do you guys feel about this whole narrative that you guys are coming in and playing these Black American roles rightfully so when we have Black Americans here that are good actors? And they were like, oh well, no one complains when they play Africans. Chadwick Boseman played Black Panther, and all these other people. So I don't know. I thought the accents were bad. I just thought they were bad.
Point.
They were bad. I don't even know if there was like an actual genuine that I know of African person in the film, other than Rotimi.
Yeah, look, honestly, I'm like, I have to watch it again because I was just so excited to be in that moment, and then to be privy to have access early. I was just excited. So for me, I was just like, I love this and this, but I really wanted to just see the wardrobe like that. I knew Ruth was gonna nail it. She nails everything to me, but I was highly impressed.
Shout out to Ruth E. Carter. But there was something else I noticed, Kisa, and I feel like you noticed it too. You have to have noticed there was a
malfunction.
No. There was a brand that was very visible on some of the wardrobe. And I wondered to myself, okay, is that going to be a collection that's going to come out? Is that a little drop? Y'all didn't see it?
Was it a female or male?
It was the daughter and the son both were wearing this particular brand. The emblem was on their clothes, and we were like, okay, there's going to be a collection. It was Puma. They both had on Puma.
Yeah, that was placed.
Didn't even notice that.
Shout out to Puma.
Shout out. I know. I just like that. I had to shout out Puma and Kisa. I know you love Puma.
I do.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping they come out with the collection. I think that'll be dope because he had on like a track jacket with the Puma symbol.
Okay, I do remember seeing that.
Yeah,
I was just like, oh yeah, Puma, because Puma and Adidas, they both like, yeah. So
yeah, and then she had on like some type of wardrobe, and it was the Puma symbol was on it. And I was like, yes,
yeah, I do remember that.
I want it. So shout out to whoever dropped that because I was like, yes, we need that.
You actually might be on to something. Hold on. Where's the NDA?
We need the NDA. What was you guys' like favorite part? Do you think? Like the part that maybe either surprised you or you were just super happy at this point? Like I said, spoiler alert. If you're watching this right now, hopefully you have already watched the movie. If
I posted my favorite scene on my page already when they did the electric slide towards like at the end. Yeah, because I love me some electric slide, and then just to see the culmination of Black excellence in that moment, like it was just good. And then the Soul Glow part too. When they came out, when everybody I know you got your plug. Have you used it? You gotta break it in.
They sent this to me in the mail.
Yeah.
Mike, did you get a package too?
I got it too. Yeah.
So cute. Yeah.
Did you spray it actually?
I didn't use it. Yours is the curl activator, right? The hydrator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells good.
I'm gonna give mine to somebody with naturally curly hair. And let them.
We were saying though, it would have been dope if he showed up. The ex-boyfriend showed up some kind of way.
Yeah, I know.
We thought that would have been cool, especially the sister. We were looking up the sister to see where she is. I thought she was a very important character in the first movie.
Me too. Yeah.
She should have showed up with him with some badass kids, looking rough or whatever, but living their life. That would have been hella funny. Also, there was no Samuel L. Jackson. They would have had to cut a check.
That was like, why? That was like
they would have had to cut a check though. I feel like
they had some other heavy hitters in there that I don't think.
Yeah,
I think it's something up with that. I don't think Sam would turn that down. I think that's like legacy, but you never know.
I think honestly, it's probably a lot to balance because I mean, the movie, if we look at it, is really just like an endless list of callbacks to the first movie. So it's like, hey, remember this? How about this part too?
I know.
I did like the barbershop scene. At first I was like, okay, there's no way these men are still alive 30 years later. They was already old in the first movie, right?
You're right.
There's no way.
Especially the old guy. He got to be like 100. Well, he was like,
they was already in the 80s 30 years ago. So
yeah, you're right.
I actually really enjoyed that scene. I thought they did very well with the commentary and the back and forth banter. That was probably one of my favorite parts. Aside from some of the Oakland references, that was probably my favorite part.
My favorite part is easily the barbershop.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we're on the same page.
Yeah, easily. One thing they could have done to bring Sam back is that I'm ruining a part, but I'm not going to give context. But when you have Eddie running through the city, imagine Sam's character is still a stick-up kid. He's like 70 years old, and he like gets him in that moment. That actually could have been a really funny moment, just this real quick cameo, and they remember each other. Yeah.
How did y'all feel about Louis Anderson and McDowell's?
I love Louis.
I was waiting for that. Like, I know they're gonna have McDowell's in here.
What I thought was funny is they talked about Louis Anderson. There was like an article that came out where Arsenio or Eddie, both of them said something to the effect of the studio made them put a white actor in the film. Back in 1988, you had to have a white actor in your film. Apparently, it was too black, so they went and got Louis Anderson. I don't think they utilized him as much as they could have. But the fact that he was in Zamunda,
he still looks good too. I was impressed.
Yeah, he does.
He looks good. Yeah, I thought that was cool. They got that. It's a good one.
Yeah, the music was good too. They had DeVito. I'm not spoiling too much because he's all over. David O. DeVito. I don't know.
That was definitely a modern spin. Definitely.
Yeah. So big ups to him. I appreciated some of, like I said, some of the Oakland references. There was a part where the Humpty dance was being played or rapped.
So
And
when
then Vogue. Huh?
I think that's when I got up to go to the restroom. I missed that.
Oh.
I
It
didn't
was actually a
know
really
that.
funny part. It was actually kind of funny.
It was.
Yeah.
What I also thought was dope, you guys, was that they didn't have Sherry Headley and Leslie Jones like beefing with each other.
Yeah.
They could have done that. They could have made it like a bigger issue, made it a bigger problem. Because I mean, imagine if your husband shows up with a kid that you didn't know about.
Right, but they got so they spun it and they had them be cool, and then he saw a side of her he never saw in their whole marriage. And she's like, it is what it is. I signed up for this. So, and that actually there was 3 type of women represented if you think about it. So there was like the submissive, and there was the badass, and then you had the wife who was like, look, I signed up for this. At the end of the day, it is a surprise, but I'm not surprised, you know? So I thought that was pretty cool. I think even her role, I thought she would have had like more, I don't know, maybe this is nothing.
A little bit more.
Yeah, like more of a role.
I definitely wanted more from Tiana. I thought we would have
gotten more from Tiana. I think
cool with Tiana.
I think it was just the right amount of Tiana, honestly. Obviously, she's a dancer. She looks amazing. So I think it was the right. She had a whole. She had scenes.
Her look was everything.
Yeah, they could have put her in a tribal trash bag. But she had like whole scenes. Like she had.
I don't know. Maybe I wanted her to be standing there waiting like the next day after he told her to wait. Like I don't know.
That's what I wanted.
I've been here for 2
that's what I
hours.
wanted.
I wanted them to come back the next day, and she was still standing there waiting. I would have died laughing.
I think it was.
I looked at my mom and I said that was going to happen, and it didn't happen, and I was upset because I was like, "That's going to be fucking funny if this happens."
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was her role was cool. Rotimi didn't really have any line, but shout out to him. I was very happy to see Trevor Noah.
Oh my gosh, we were
happy to see him.
Yeah, that was one hell of a cameo. We're totally spoiling it. That's okay. It literally comes up.
They don't know where he is. They just know Trevor Noah shows up, and the way they did it was very modern.
Dope. It was dope.
Actually, with the times, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, actually, it's 9:30 my time. Is it? Going to be live at 12
at midnight? Yeah.
I think so.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah,
it's fine.
But overall, I'm glad I didn't have to like argue with you guys about anything. I was hoping to get somebody on that was like, "No, that movie sucked," and I was going to argue with them or whatever. But I think overall, for a reboot, which like Mike said, nobody really asked for this. I think people did ask for it.
I think it came at a perfect time. I feel like we needed this.
You don't think we needed it?
No. No. As much as I love the movie and I love Kenya Barris, I love Eddie Murphy, I love almost every actor in this, I don't think this movie was
maybe not but it came at a great time. I feel like
it did come at a great time. I told Miku, I was like, the only thing I'm a little sad about is I would have loved to have watched the movie in the theater in the hood.
I literally just said
it would have
that
been
today.
Epic to be at one of the movie theaters.
I've said that several times. It would have been dope to see it in the theater.
It would have been funny, just how I saw Black Panther, with Africa. That was amazing. So hopefully, we get to go back to the movie theater soon.
I'm glad they didn't try it in this. I mean, we haven't seen any movies go to theater since COVID, obviously, but in this climate, it probably wouldn't have done as well. But it definitely would have been dope to see it on the big screen for sure.
Yeah. So hopefully we will.
Amazon.
That's true. But shout out to Amazon, even though some people are trying to boycott it now.
For what?
There's a boycott going on about Amazon and how Amazon is, monopolizing all of the smaller businesses. So be on the lookout for that. I just saw some articles pop up. There's a boycott starting tomorrow, actually.
What are they boycotting though?
No shopping on Amazon. If I don't shop on Amazon, I'm gonna just go to Target and spend.
That's probably a small fraction of people.
It is.
We'll see how long that lasts. Let's see how long that lasts.
Exactly. But all right, I don't want to hold you guys up too much. We're getting to close to the final couple of minutes. Any last words about the movie? I'll start with you, Mike.
Again, I thought it was funny for certain parts. Again, I don't think it was needed. It was fun. They just messed up on a few storylines for me, but it's cool. Like don't go in with high expectations. I'll say like you can enjoy it, but don't go in with high expectations. I wouldn't, because it's not as good as the original. The original is like a classic, and to touch this, it's like, even though to redo a classic is a very hard thing. Like if they were just like, or even to do a sequel to it, it's like it's a hard task to accomplish. So I don't know. Like you'll enjoy it potentially, you know, but it had its faults, you know.
Yeah. Do you think there were any quotable moments like the first one? There was a lot of quotable moments in the first one.
I'd have to watch it again because
me too.
I feel like there's parts that I potentially missed, but I think there's some big lines in there. I'd have to watch it again. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, Kisa, what about you? What are your final thoughts on the movie?
I would say the same. I didn't really have high expectations. I was more so just like I said, I was more so just elated to see the same characters 30 years later. That's hard to do. You know what I mean? They're all still in the land of the living, which is a blessing within itself.
I don't know what happened. You went mute somehow.
Sorry, I got a call. But I was saying, yeah, it's just you don't really see that many, you know, part twos with a cast like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
The cast was amazing.
That's still here and able to, you know, able to be on set, able to be available to be in the movie. So I think that's great. But overall, I mean, I just like you, Mike, I gotta watch it again because there was parts that I definitely missed that I have to see again. I was already planning on watching it 50 times anyways. So I'm like, I'm one of those type of people. I'm like, I'm not really a movie person, but this is like top 5 for me. So I've been waiting for this. But yeah, I think overall there was a few things production wise that could have been different. But it's kind of like, you know, if you know, you know, we know. So for us, it's like, I could have did this, I could have did that. But for like, you know, a 5-year-old child who this is now going to be part of their history, you know what I mean? Part of their like top 5, their classic. So I think in that regard, it's good.
Yeah, but we just got a special guest that just popped in. So, you know, I got to give her the proper introduction because, you know, she is Miss Everything Entertainment. So we have Miss J. Tasha, who's been working her butt off with the Pan-African Film Festival. She was a part of the whole rollout that happened last night with the Coming to America screening. She does everything. Welcome, Miss J. Tasha.
Hi. Hey, girl, hey. Look at you looking like a superstar.
Look, I'm still hungover from the party last night. That's why I look like this.
Hey, let's talk about that party. But before we do, how did you feel about the movie overall, Miss Everything Entertainment? How did you feel watching it?
The movie overall, I like the original a whole lot. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there. You know, they even said that in the film, like if it's not fixed, don't break it. You know, don't touch it, don't do a sequel. You know.
Yeah.
So to me, I like the original. I wish it was a little bit more, you know, Coming to America. I wish it was more of a journey for him to find his son.
That's true.
The trials and tribulations, the same thing that he went through in the beginning to find his wife. I thought it was going to be the same way he would do it to find his son. But, you know, they brought it all back to Africa. It was definitely Black Panther 2 vibes, you know. I'm mad that they put everybody and their mama in the movie, but shout out to
you are.
Yeah, I'm mad.
I love
a little bit of chat grab.
I was trying to figure out how the whole, you know, am I giving spoilers away? Like,
no, we are.
No, spoilers are fine. It literally comes out for everybody in like a couple hours. It's totally fine.
Okay, so yeah, so I, you know, the whole dying scene of the father, you know,
that was weird.
He said, "All right, it's my time to close the eye." What? Your time? What? What are we talking about?
Quick, yeah. They got
you know what's even weirder about that? Because the man's 90 years old. I don't want to say when he gonna die or guess when he's gonna pass away, but we know we don't have too much longer with James Earl Jones. So I just thought it was kind of eerie, and I mean he was cool with it.
You're right about that. You're right.
I love that he was cool with that though.
Yeah, I love that he was cool with it.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't like that. I don't know. I was okay. His whole ceremony is more so what I'm talking about. Like, did they really have salt and pepper in vogue? Like, where we at?
I want my flowers while I'm still alive.
Gladys night, like it. See, now we really spawned
on that midnight train. What?
It just seemed a little lavish for his character. That's all it was.
It was.
You thought it was too lavish for him?
For his character, not too lavish for what they do, because it's like, but James Earl Jones wasn't really like out there in the first movie like that, where he was like, give me everything like this, you know, it just didn't, it seemed a little flamboyant for his character at all.
I think he was, because remember when they showed up in Queens, when he showed up with the flower girls, putting rose petals on the snow. It's what he's used to. He's used to that lavish lifestyle. That's normal for him.
Lavish and flamboyance of lifestyle is a whole different game, though. Like she said, in Vogue, and like he had like, that thing was lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have loved to be at that funeral. I've never said that in my life. I've never been like, I'd love to be at this funeral. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to actually watch a funeral is kind of weird, but you know, this is how the king wanted to go. So the king got his roses and he made sure he enjoyed them.
Yes.
I would actually, if I had the money like that, I'd watch my funeral. Run it. What y'all gonna say about me? Like,
what did you say, Keith?
I was gonna ask you that too, as a now filmmaker. If you had the budget to be able to cast whomever you wanted to, you wouldn't.
I think she's having some technical difficulties, but it's okay.
Can I be honest on who I would have cast to be the son? And I'm kind of biased because I know him and that's my homie. I thought Jahan Jones would have been.
Well, let me tell you real quick, because I know you're going to
would have been good as his son.
Well, let me tell you real quick.
What?
Let's be the son then.
What, Jay Tasha?
Oh, because I called your boy Jahan, because I know him very well for a long time. And I was like, hey, I'm inviting you to the premiere. And, you know, he was like, you know, I tried out for that role, right? I was like, okay. I was like, oh, I'm about to get some tea. What's going on? And, you know, he gave him his props. You know, he liked who they picked and chose. And I was like, I kept looking at him. I was like, this could be Jahan. Like, I felt like Jahan would have murdered that scene. Role. I'm sorry.
For that role?
Say that again?
They wanted a comedian for that role then?
He is a comedian.
I know, but I'm saying, was that that was the, like they auditioned comedians just for the.
I'm sure.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah. Jahan can really do the Eddie Murphy good too. Like, if you guys have ever seen him. And I think with the combination of Eddie and Leslie Jones, shout out to her, by the way.
She's just a good actress in general.
She did great. She looked good too. Like,
when she came out in that blue dress that was like Lisa's, I was like, oh, okay.
You know who was my favorite when you spoke about that dress? And the little girl was my favorite.
Yeah, her all of that.
The baby. She was like, isn't that your dress? Like, what is uppity? Like,
I know.
Girl.
I know.
She was so cute.
I gotta hop off. I got a 811. So it was a pleasure. Good to see you.
No worries.
Thanks for having me.
Let me close out in 2 seconds. Keisha, just tell everybody where they can find you, what you have coming up next, and we gonna wrap it up.
What I have coming up next. Ooh, oh man. Right now we're in financial consulting mode. So we're in the process of getting these businesses funded. If you guys want to reach out, you can go ahead and log on to KS Consulting Inc. On IG, on all social media platforms, it's KS Consulting Inc. or ksconsultinginc.com.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Good to see you.
When she said 811, is that like 911? We just don't say that.
We're gonna ask her about that later. We're gonna ask her.
What's 811? I know 411.
711, the whole thing. No, but I'm so glad me and you agreed upon that in regards to John. I thought he would have been perfect, but you know what? More blessings is gonna come to him. I thought the actor that played the son did well. We already did spoilers, but I thought they were gonna maybe reveal that he really wasn't his son after all, or something like that. I don't know.
I think that would have worked better for the angle of his oldest daughter in the film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with her becoming like the lead, you know, like if he wasn't actually the son, because like he just shows up, it's like, you're my son. And like how they knew he was the son the whole time, it just came.
Yeah, did they do a DNA test?
Fortune teller, and it was like so I think revealing that Jermaine wasn't the son the entire time, but still having him as a part because he went through this whole journey as a part of Zamunda, you know, and then giving the daughter that power in the end, like you really actually did deserve this. It's a matter about if he was my son or not, you know, that would have been a bigger moment for the daughter, you know.
Yeah. We'll make a note to the writers. Who Kenya?
Yeah, Kenya's co-writer, so yeah.
I was gonna say, I think they probably didn't want to do it that route because it's like obvious that we all was like. Once it was like, I'm looking for my son, and then he came, and the way the storyline kept setting up, like, oh, the daughter, like, I think everybody assumed that was going to be the ending. Like, oh, he's not the son, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I guess they just like wanted to throw a wrench in it and was like, we got y'all. But
but he flipped it anyway. Yeah, I can see that. You're right. I can see that too. But either way, I like that they gave it to the daughter. She was dope. I thought I've seen her in something else before. I can't remember exactly what.
She was in If Beale Street Could Talk and Old Guard.
Yes, that is true. She's great. So I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of her. I'm sure we'll definitely be seeing a lot more of the son. What is his name again? Jermaine
Fowler, I think.
Fowler, yes. Shout out to him. And yeah, I think overall I'm happy. I went in with low expectations. I think if you did go in with low expectations, you probably left out feeling a little bit better. I thought the overall production of the premiere that they had, that we were a part of, was wonderful yesterday. So shout out to Amazon and everyone that was involved. I'm happy, and I'm excited for everybody to watch this movie and talk to us about it. So thank you guys for tuning in. J Todd, did you have
something? I wanted to know what happened to the mama and Mr. Let Your Soul Go. I wanted to know where was he gonna be at? Because
that's what we were trying to figure out earlier. The sister too. The sister.
I got my soul. I was like, where my? Ooh, I was ready to.
It smelled good. Did you smell it?
I haven't even. Nah, it's just sitting in my bathroom.
It smelled like argan oil and. Yeah, how you gonna have the Soul Glow, but the Soul Glow people wasn't in the movie
at all? I'm glad they brought those sexual chocolate. You know the rest.
That was the best part for me too.
that makes sense. Like that performance made sense.
Good.
That performance should have been at like maybe the funeral or something. I was throwing
you're right. Oh yeah, and definitely you guys watch the after the credits. The bloopers were dope. I would love to just watch all the bloopers. Like they need to just put all the bloopers into its own file so we could watch it, because I'm sure it was hilarious. So, but yeah, did I get everybody's final thoughts? Mike, what's up with you? What's going on with you next? Where can people find you?
Call me Mike P on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Right now I'm just working on getting the manager. That's what I'm trying to do,
Mike is a wonderful writer. He has a wonderful comedy series as well as some shorts that are out. So make sure you check him out. I was actually in one of them.
You're not gonna cast me? What's up?
You act? What's up?
She do everything. Miss everything.
The name, Miss Everything. I mean,
okay.
And I actually started off acting when I was.
She did. She was a child actor.
That's dope. We're gonna connect.
Not all right. Most child actors, go a little cuckoo. She came out straight.
Right.
So what's going on with you, Miss J. Tasha? What do you have coming up? I know you're doing Pan African Film Festival right now.
Yes, I look crazy. You got me out here looking crazy. I had a show for my girl. So yes, I'm doing a Pan African Film Festival. It's the first time I went virtual, and I was in basically the birth of that. So shout out to them. We have some amazing stuff coming up with that. I just want to this is why I'm late. I'm sorry. I was just talking with Nate Parker, and he has American Skin in the festival in his foundation. So I can't wait for you guys to check that out this Sunday. Please do go watch it on the Pan African Film Festival. Go to www.paf.org. That's PAFF.org, and see everything that we got going on there. And then, your girls in the music business, this is, what me and Sharik do a lot. So producing a lot of videos. And tonight at midnight, I have a song that I produced, music video that I produced that is dropping tonight for Jim Jones featuring French Montana called Bada Bing. So that drops tonight. Can't wait for y'all to see that. I produced that. And, I'm just booked and busy.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. Well, yes, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys last minute coming on to talk about this. I just wanted to get ahead of the curve because I'm sure everybody gonna be doing their review videos, but I wanted to be at least one of the first ones because we had that exclusive access or whatever. So thank you. Yeah. And what's coming up with me? Guys, stay tuned. We have Young Urban Professionals. That's every Wednesday. We're going to be rolling that back out. I think we're going to do another reacts to the WandaVision season finale this weekend. So please look out for that on Saturday. And yeah, I'm here for, your production and marketing and branding needs. So holla at me, and we love you guys. Bye. Go watch Coming to America on Amazon.
Yes.
Bye.